everybody. Let me just get a little bit set up here. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today is going to be a really fun live because we've got a new theme. So that's good. Hope you guys are all doing well. Okay. Just change the name of the live. Sorry guys, just gotta update this. I think I can only update this after the fact. So I'm just gonna update it. And yes, I do have Logic Pro X. So I have been doing that. Okay, so let me just really start here. Logic Pro X. I want to get this person's name. This person requested that I show them how to make a song from start to finish because they said they don't have money for a producer. And I feel like, you know, it can be expensive, but if you know how to do a lot of the things yourself, it makes it easier and less expensive. So that's what I'm going to be detailing today, is basically just how I, you know, go about at least creating demos for myself. That's how that goes. Hope you guys can hear me. I think you can. Let me see something. Okay, there, that's going on. Not plugged in to the right thing. Okay, so now I am plugged into the right thing. Just get their name real quick. Streaming makes my computer so slow, but I'm hoping to solve that problem very soon. Oh, it's a new computer. That is the goal. Alright, so their username is ginger_Isa_witch. So if you're here, you can drop something in the comments. But if not, we are going to get started. Okay, so there's a website that I like to use to get song ideas or even like use the audio from them. It's called Splice, and it's really cool. I'm just gonna get, anyway, so let me go there. I'll show it on my screen. Hmm. Let's see, why is Logic taking precedence? It really should be this taking precedence. I don't know why I can't move it forward. Alright, I'm really sorry guys, but I guess I can't share what I'm trying to share. It's just not showing it on the screen. So I'm sorry about that. But here we go, okay? You'll still be able to hear all of the sounds. So let's get started. So, hold on. Maybe I should just like do a new window. Let's try just doing a new window. Because I don't think that's fair that you guys can't see what I'm seeing. So 1 second. Make source visible. Thank you everybody who's stopping by. We're gonna go into this. There we go. You guys can see that, right? You should be able to. Oh, but now I'm covered. Hold on. Haha. That's as good as it's gonna get. That is as good as that is gonna get. Okay, perfect. So let's look at this then. So, Rosalia on here. Rosalia. Okay, so this is Splice. It's where you can see a bunch of different sounds. Basically, they're called loops. You have your loops and you have one shots. Loops are going to be like either one instrument or a few instruments together in a pattern that sounds really nice. Okay? A one shot is going to be just one sound. Like if you want the sound of like one snare, or if you want the sound of like a transition, that's what one shots are. Okay? So I like to go into sounds and I just search stuff. So for instance, look at all the things you can search. You can search vocals, the snare, like I was talking about. Bass sounds just huge, especially for hip hop. 808s again for hip hop. Clap sounds, these are popular searches. Vocals are also very good at creating like textures for songs. Then you have genres. So then there are loops that fit certain genres. Some of the patterns, if you can call them patterns of the sounds strung together, sound more like hip hop or trap or pop or R&B or EDM. And then you have your top instruments that people like to look up on Splice, which are drums, synth sound, which is huge. Again, creating textures for your songs, percussion, keys, keyboard, and guitar. So you can do acoustic guitar, you can do electric guitar. That actually sounds kind of cool. So let me look at acoustic guitar. I'm actually curious to see how it sounds. I love a good acoustic guitar. So just let a little look. 23,572 results. Like that's crazy. Okay, so and then here you can see what key those sounds are in. Now I'm trying to make this super simple, even for people who don't know music theory. And with that, I say basically a key is what all the sounds fit into. For instance, C sharp, if you got a C sharp guitar, you got a C sharp keyboard loop, you got a C sharp bass line, it's all going to sound good because they all fit together, they all go together. If you try to put like a D sharp major and a C sharp minor, it's going to sound off. But the good thing, and this is more advanced, so I won't get into it today, but you can change the key of things if you want to. You can change the key of things. Let me just make sure nobody has any questions. I need to look at my chat. Okay, so yeah, so when you say, so Ginger, Isa, very good to see you. And if you want me to call you something else, so like give me your first name, that'd be great. So yeah, you can use apps on your phone. Um, what is there's a band lab and stuff like that. And Ginger, you said if you want to tell me what ones you're using, um, just so I have an idea. But yeah, this is a great place. You get credits, so you get credits right up here. So I have 2,200 credits. So if you, I think I spend like no like $13 a month on this, and you get credits, and they don't expire. I don't believe. I've been racking mine up for a while. I think they might expire. I feel like I have more than that, but I don't know. But you get to hold on to them for a very long time. As long as you go through, I even have some saved. You can go through and just save sounds that you like and use them later. So that way you're not like wasting them. Okay, let's listen to this one. This is an acoustic guitar. Okay, cool. Oh, that's so funny. I'm calling you Ginger Issa, but it's Ginger is a is a witch. Okay, cool. Great to see you, Ginger. Okay, so I hope you guys are able to hear that guitar loop. And again, like I said, it's just kind of like a pattern of sounds that are going together. Okay. Let's go back. So that was cool. Let's look at another one. So that's really pretty. And let me know if there's one that you're like, oh my gosh, I love this one. Let's use this. But I'm just trying to find something that speaks to me. And that's what you have to do. You just kind of have to find something that speaks to you. Do you have a particular style of music that you like, or instruments you like? I don't really like that one. I like to listen to like this, but I like it, but no lyrics came to me, so let's keep looking. I love that. I think I'm gonna go with that one. So as you can see, it's in D sharp minor, right? It's an 11-second loop. So I'm gonna use, see it saying one credit. So I'm gonna use my one credit, and I'm gonna download it. All right. So now it's in my library of sounds, but now I'm gonna download it. All right, and here's where the fun begins. Let me grab my phone. now we're going to switch back to Logic. Okay, perfect. So now you can see, so this is Logic, okay? And I hope you guys can still hear me well. This is Logic. And this is what's called a DAW. Oh, the first one and the third one? Oh, let me go back. Hold on. Okay, I did like the first one. You said the third one. Yeah, I like that one too, right? This is the number 3. Did I play this one? That one's cool. Let me listen to this one. So I don't want to use it. How many credits do you get for $13? That is a good question. Let's see. We go to my profile. So you get 100 credits a month for $13. And that's the plan I'm on. So clearly, I guess it's been 22 months of credits that I've accrued. And that actually does sound about right. Alright. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Okay, so the first one and the third one. So yeah, I'm not going to do the first one, but let me look at the third. Okay, let me go back here. Ooh. Ginger, do you like the one that I chose? Are you cool with that one? I'll play it for you in a second. If you don't like it, we'll choose something else. But literally, I'm just going to drag and drop it in here. Okay. So as you can see, there are bars here. Oh, so I was talking about DAWs. DAWs are called DAWs because they are digital audio workspaces, okay? So there's quite a few different DAWs. There is Logic, like what I'm using. There's GarageBand. GarageBand comes with any Apple computer. So if you have an Apple computer, you have GarageBand. And GarageBand is basically like the beginner version. All this San Pellegrino. So, oh, I have lag. Okay, I'm sorry. How about, yeah, now that I'm not done using Splice yet, but when I'm done using Splice, I will, uh, turn off or close out the browsers, and that should probably give me more CPU. If it's really bad, let me know. I'm sorry. Okay. And thank you for letting me know you like what I picked. Okay, so digital audio workspaces. They're the places where you can put songs in. Oh, I'm really okay. I'm just checking to make sure the lag went away. I had YouTube open and that probably took a lot of CPU. But I still see that I'm kind of like glitching. Yeah. Do you have an Apple computer, Ginger? Oh, lag sorted out. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. Kind of worrying me. Okay, so yeah, so if you have an Apple computer, you can use that. If you don't have an Apple computer, there's FL Studio, there's Ableton. There are so many different ones. Just look into them. There's also one called Pro Tools, and I've only ever seen people use it for vocals. Like you can put in a song and then lay vocals. It's great for vocals. It makes your vocals sound so clear, so crisp. Again, I think I pay like $15 a month for the subscription, and I get to use it, and it's great. So I'll usually make a song in here, and then if I do ask somebody to spruce it up for me, they spruce it up. Then I record the vocals. Then I ask somebody to mix and master. So it's like you have to kind of use teamwork, especially in the beginning. Do what you can do, and then ask for support from people around you. Okay, so again, so an easy way here, um, and it's been a long time since I've used GarageBand, but I want to get the BPM of this. It says it's 85. If you look right here, so I'll change this tempo to 85. And what you'll notice when I change it is that these bars will line up perfectly. And that's important for in a second, I'll show you why. So see, now the number 5, so the 4 bars fits perfectly in that space. And that is what you want. Yeah, you can use GarageBand on your phone too. That's another really cool thing about GarageBand. You can use it on your phone. Also, Splice has an app where you can make music in their app. So if you want to do that, that's also a great idea for making beats. Okay. And I like to make beats as like ideas. I think if you can make a beat and get what you kind of want it to sound like, then you can send it to somebody on Fiverr. I know a person, if you would like me to refer you to them, they're just a good person, very affordable, and um, gets it. Like, usually whenever they mix my stuff, like, it sounds how I wanted it to in my head. Like, they understood the vibe that I was going with. So, but it's up to you how you want to do it. But feel free to ask me. I can DM or wherever that person's information. Okay, so let's keep going. So, actually, I think I kind of know 2 people. So, okay. So let's listen to it here in Logic. Sorry, it's really loud. Let me turn it down. Alright, so I don't know why this didn't move. I don't know why it's not moving. When it's playing, this is supposed to move. So hold on. I wonder why it's doing that. Let me see something. That was a really cool loop. I like it. Ooh, I'm scared. Hope this doesn't mess anything up. Oh, please, please, no, no, no. It's taking a long time. Alright, so while this is still thinking though, yeah, I think I messed it up. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, writing to beats on YouTube is great. Um, but because then you get to get all your ideas out. I've done that before. And then what you can do is just ask somebody, hey, can you put a beat to this? Because not to get into all the details, but like think about it. Like if you were writing to a YouTube beat, a bunch of other people are probably writing to a YouTube beat, and it can get like there's two schools of thought. I lean more towards it can get messy if multiple people have the same instrumental. Like think if you're trying to Shazam something, whose song's gonna pop up? You know what I mean? Which is actually an interesting question. I should probably find the answer to. But still, it's like you're competing with a bunch of people for a beat that you least. Um, but if you can just take a YouTube beat, get your ideas down, and then have somebody make a beat for you around your idea, that's a great way to go about it. And I've done that a ton of times. What kind of beats do you write to on YouTube? Boom bap. Okay, cool. What would you say your style is? Like, are you kind of like punchy in your face, or like cutesy, or like um, confident, or just kind of like demure? Old school funk boom bap. Okay, cool. Alright. Logic is giving me some trouble. It doesn't like to reopen um, during lives if it ever closes. So just going to try to get it to open. Hope it doesn't take too long. Are there any other genres that you like? But if you do that, yeah, right? I love wordplay. That's one of my favorite things. I enjoy listening to it, and I really enjoy writing it and getting better. That's what I'm trying to perfect is like just my lyricism. Yeah, sometimes cute, right? I mean, it's hip hop. You can do whatever you want in it. Oh, why is this doing this to me? I wish I knew a workaround for this. Hold on, maybe I do. Hold on. Thanks, Ginger. I'm just trying to figure it out. So what's been like your like what are you doing right now musically? You said you do things on your phone. Like what are you doing on your phone? Like how far have you gotten in all of it? Hmm. I really don't know what to do now. Thanks. These ones are good. These ones are breaking off. I'm gonna hopefully get them done tomorrow, but thank you. They're just what are these? These are dip powder. A little dip powder. So thank you. Oh no. We're all having technical difficulties today. Hmm. Okay, got us back in. Yes, 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 yes. I think I figured out the problem. So I guess if Google's open, or Google Chrome is open, it doesn't want to open. Yes, they are not compatible. So I just gotta log back into Restream so I can see all of you guys' comments or chats. Now Google Chrome doesn't want to work. Oh my god. It's one or the other, apparently. There we go. Alright, I'm let that keep cooking. So I can't see your comments right now, but I will be able to in a minute. Let me just put that sound back in here. So that loop, right, we're talking about, the one that's at D sharp minor at 85 beats per minute. And then we're going to do 85. Cool. All right. Great. We're doing great. Make sure I'm all caught up in the chat. So they will not let me see the chat from before. Okay, no worries though. So if you guys have anything you want to tell me, let me know. Ginger, if you wanted to tell me what you were doing and how far you gotten musically, that's great. And then, all right, so let's play this again. And actually, let me. Oh, I'm so afraid to save this, but I just want to save it, so I'll call it like guitar song. Alright, cool. So now it's saved, so that should kind of keep it from just closing out completely and not me being able to see anything. So let's listen to it one more time. Why is the spinning wheel spinning? This is torturous. See where I need to get my new computer? I need to get a computer with all the space. Like all the CPU, all the RAM, all of it. And I really want to do that. I got a bonus at work and I just want to spend all of it on a new computer. Because even in like Pro Tools, like I'll be trying to save stuff and I have to keep saving and saving and saving. And don't put auto tune on vocals in Pro Tools. Oh my gosh, on my little laptop, it just, can't handle it. Can't handle it at all. I think this project died too. Maybe if I close Google Chrome, it'll save. Yep, just like that. It's not compatible with Google Chrome. Logic. You don't. Well, they're not even connected. That's so weird. All right, let's play the song while that's loading. Oh, I keep forgetting how loud that gets. Okay, here we go. Alright, and it's cool that it was at exactly 85 beats per minute. Sometimes these people are wrong. Sometimes it's not the right BPM, and sometimes it's not the right key. And we'll talk about the key in a second. So, what you can do, let's talk about the key right now. So, Ginger, you said you use your phone a lot. Another thing you could try to do is if you can get the instrumental to play on something else, like a computer or an iPad or anything else, there is an app called Auto Key, and it's made by Antares, which makes auto tune. So the great thing about auto tune or Antares products is that the auto key or on here, yes, so this is auto key. Like this is what I did an auto key earlier. It tells you it was an A flat minor, B major, which is a relative key, which we won't go into much today. But just know that they basically sound, they're the opposite. they're the same in a way. But if you're singing a song that's in B major and you put the auto key to correct it for A flat minor, it'll sound almost okay. But um, it's best to put it in the exact key it's in, but they're called relative keys. We don't have to go into all of that. But let's say you have a loop that you found and you keep adding other sounds and they're not meshing. Let's like for instance, this says in D sharp minor. It might not be in D sharp minor, so you can just hit auto key, tap to find key, and it'll just keep going and going until it finds the right key. So I hope you can see that. Oh, you can't see any of that. Okay, I guess I talk in E flat minor and G flat major. That is the key of my voice. Um, but yeah, so I would use this if you don't want to pay for auto key. Auto key and Antares and all that stuff, they are like 20-ish something dollars a month. Every year I'm gonna buy auto tune. I'm just gonna buy it, but I don't know. It's never the right time. But one of these days I'm just gonna buy it so I don't have to keep spending 20 something plus 25, $26 a month. Okay. So now let's go into I wanna add like some drums or something like that. I'm hearing like a really cool like beat. So let's go back into what was it called? I'm just kidding. Splice. And now let's see here. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing. There we go. So beat. How like what kind of beat do I want? Like here's something that sounds like a little bit more of an acoustic beat. So let's do percussion, because usually when it's percussion, it's not like if you put beat, that's more like you're gonna get more hip hop and stuff sounds. So let's do percussion, and let's look and we want to find loops. In percussion, you're gonna get a lot of one shots, which is like one or one, but you want beats. See, that's a one shot right here. It's just one hand clap. Oh my gosh. It's taking forever. Oh, I'm getting that new computer. All that to hear that. So that's that, okay? Yeah, it's called AutoKey. It's an app on the App Store by Antares. So it's just like intro to, because then it builds into, understanding how that stuff works. Okay, let's keep looking at percussion. I want to filter this by just loops. So, and I don't think this needs a shaker. You can look at the description and kind of get an idea if you want to even play it or not. Let's look at this. Oh, another thing to keep in mind, but let's just hear this for a second. Well, it'll take a while to load. Look at the BPM. So remember our BPM is 85. You can change the BPM range. So I'll probably do that in a second. Like usually it doesn't matter, but for our purposes today, ooh, that might work. That literally might work. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna take a credit and download it. get confused with all the stuff I'm downloading. That's really cool. No, what's with all these shakers? And I'm not even clicking on jingle bells. Let me see how this sounded. No, it's not gonna work. But I did want something like that with like kick drum, bass drum, you know. But these are all getting faster. Let's look at 100. I really feel like this one might work. I'll try this one though too. Nope. This is 130 here. That's 85. No. That's not gonna work. The acoustic guitar and that are gonna clash. Alright. Let me see if there's any comments. Oh, the first shake sound would be good as a bridge to the percussion. Let's see. I do. Like, I think there's something there, for sure. I agree with you. So let's bring them in. And you literally can just, once they download, you can just drag and drop. Just taking its sweet time. Okay. So those are the shakers. And then we have this other loop. So put them in, right? Here you can mute stuff. So I'll mute the second one. Another thing that I know is going to be an issue is that this is like 20 BPMs, beats per minute faster than the acoustic guitar thing. So this is more of an advanced technique and you don't have to like use this. You can just find things that always fit. Get an 85 BPM guitar or synth, get an 85 BPM key, get keyboard, get an 85 BPM drum pattern. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch it so that way it fits. But don't feel like you have to do that. And then it just pauses on me. I have to close out Google Chrome again. Oh, I think we're good. No, we're not. Oh, we are. Okay. So let's see how this sounds. I keep forgetting to turn these down and come in so loud. Okay. That is so good. And I can literally now hear like a drop. Like it's gonna go, and then this beat's gonna go boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. Can anybody else hear that? I can hear that. So, yeah, I just got excited. So let's just do the other one just for, just for good measure. I want to definitely get like a hip hop beat on that. a fill, like a boom, 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 and then it goes into that. I'm gonna stay away from this one. I don't really like it. I think it's rubbing with the lead vocal, or sorry, the guitar. Um, they're just too close together and it sounds exactly the same. So I'm just gonna delete that. I love this. Love it. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So, taking notes. No, for real. It's a process. It is a process. Okay. Let's go back to Splice. And I want to let's find the beat. So, oh, this is what's is going to be very helpful. So we want a hip hop beat, right? So just you can search by genre. So let's go into hip hop. And then, how cool is that? They have like a little like summary of what hip hop is. I love that. So now we're gonna go here. So all the things that I said before, right? We want to find a loop. We don't want just one shots. So let's find a hip hop loop. Then what instruments are we looking for, right? We are looking for, hold on, let's let it save. Oh, I'm not showing you my screen, so let me show you my screen. There. So okay, what I did is I went to genres. So up here at the top, you can just put hip hop, right? You can search by genre. Let me show you. See, hip hop. Then I did loops instead of one shots. And then I'm going to go to instruments. And I'm going to do I'm going to do 808. Because that's that beat. You know what I mean? And you can do multiple at the same time. So there we go. And then the next thing we have to do is make sure it's in the right key. So what key was this again? It was D sharp minor. So we want to look for D sharp minor. And make sure we're searching by that. And let it just save. Perfect. Just waiting one more second because these still are wrong. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And you can also do BPM too, but it's not going to matter. Like I said, you can change it and stretch it. I don't know if you can do this in GarageBand, but like I said, if that's the case, if you can't stretch, you don't want to stretch, you don't want to deal with the stretching, you can just do BPM, and you can do the exact BPM. All right. Actual beat. Just taking it sweet time. Look at the comments. Oh, I can't even look at comments. Whoa. Alright. So weird. Like, Google, the screen is still up. Okay. Try this again. Alright. D sharp minor, loops will change into drums. Alright. Let me just do. Yeah. Let's do drums. I'm surprised we only have 299 of those. Maybe these have more one shots. Alright, so we got going on here. Oh, D sharp minor probably. If we're going to be doing drums, you probably don't need to do the D sharp minor.
Cold, these brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice.
No. Then how is that drums? of stuff. So I'm excited. All right, let's put that in there. All right. See how this sounds. Because it's fast, so I stretched it out. It's rubbing a little bit. It's making me want to change the pitch of the song um, to address that, but I really like it. So here's the trick, right? So we basically have pretty much everything that we need. Other than extras you want to add, this is the song, right? Let me show you how you take this. Oh, sorry, let me show the right window. So this is what we have, right? And I stretch this out to make it fit, right? This is what you do. So the beginning, this right here is the intro, right? So we can even go in here and do arrangement, intro, perfect. But it's just this right here is the intro, right? Actually, I think all of this would be the intro. Or would I might put a chorus up there. So we have this, right? Then you do next. I'm gonna go chorus. Watch this. So I think the chorus will just be that one bar right there until 9, right? Then we're gonna add a verse. Say bridge, verse, okay? So here, we're gonna take that out. And cut it in half. And you'll get to know your little shortcuts for keys. But then this is the verse, right? Or actually, let's do this instead. We want to drop out something. So let's drop out, let's see what happens when we mute this. know. So we drop out this. Let's drop out this. Let's play around with it. Yeah. So we're gonna drop this out. And then, so listen one more time. Here's the Then we go into the chorus. Do this. Do that. Oh no, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paste it down here. That's the chorus. Should be 2. See, so now we have intro, chorus, verse, chorus. Then we can cut this and then do it again. So chorus, verse, chorus. Actually, let's cut it here. Copy, paste, make that another verse, make this a chorus, and then that's it. Then you can do a bridge, or we can do like just this as the outro. And literally, that's how you build a song. So, let me go on here. Let's listen to the whole thing now. So here we go. Oh, why is it just cutting out? Alright, maybe it didn't like being split. I'll start it from the top. Probably didn't like being split. Alright, let's start from the top.